Episode 2 of Endgame, here we are guys. So I am now week 3 of prep. A couple of weeks since I last saw you guys. We are in destination. We have got pushed today. Training is flying, I feel fantastic. At the minute, I'm kind of waiting for something to feel wrong or go wrong, just because of although things have been really good over the past, however many months, I have had niggles to work around, and at the minute, touch wood, things are very smooth. So looking forward to a good session. Training has been progressing nicely. Every single session, something has gone really well. So today, the main movement is Atlantis incline press. Want to nail that, see some progress and make it happen. And then the rest of the session, obviously there's still progress to be had. So we're going to get into it, starting with some calves. Nice and quick on here, 3 warm-up sets, 1 double drop set, high intensity, weight and volume, getting it done. So we're starting off on lateral raises. Imagine if you look back enough videos, you'll probably see this session replicated. Couple of changes today. Starting with, now my shoulders are feeling a hell of a lot better. I can move on from standing dumbbells to seated. The reason I couldn't do seated before is because they offer a bit more of a stretch at the bottom. And because my shoulders are so cranky, like getting a bit of momentum actually helps. Whereas now, I love seated dumbbells. I think that if you're going to do a dumbbell variation of a lateral, seated is the one. Locked in, really 100% tension on the delt. So I'm able to bring these back in. They're hard, as always with laterals, high volume for me, 20 reps until I get to a set where I can't do 20 reps. Then I do as many as I can, lower the weight, next set, as many as I can, lower the weight, next set, as many as I can, done. I'm at that point in prep, 2 weeks in, where 1 minute I look in the mirror and I can see some changes and I'm happy. The next minute I can see some changes, but I just feel like I look smaller. So anyone who's prepped will know that the mind games are the big one. I think this is one quite good compared to other people, is I can kind of objectively set that aside and obviously still coach myself through the process. I know what this will try and trick me into thinking. Have a refeed, have a high day. Get fucked. So it's not record-breaking weight even. So they hit the spot. I don't think I've got bad shoulders in terms of visually. And I've never gone heavy with laterals. I shit you not, I've been in there before. It's been like a girl next to me standing lateral and more than me. With shit form, mind, but the ego and the man inside does wilt a little bit. But genuinely, you have got to put that aside from time to time. I still worked hard. What was that, I think 18 reps, 22 reps, 24 reps. Delts are on fire. This isn't my delt dominant day, so 3 sets like that. Get the blood in there, get them switched on, and then we'll finish off at the back end, last exercise with delts again. So now we're getting to some chest. Try and work on these pectacles. So try and make them into spectacles. See what I did there. Oh yeah. So I mentioned a couple of minor tweaks in this session. The second one is on the incline Atlantis, because probably my favourite press, most comfortable press, the one I connect with the most. I'm doing a second back off set, so a third working set. So top and normal back off remain the same, but this back off is again lighter, but a lot more focused on tempo. Tempo isn't something I overthink. An element of control on the way down, hard on the way up. But for this final set, what I'm doing, just to put more emphasis and more tension on the chest, is a more concerted negative, a slight pause at the bottom, and then the drive up. So it's an extra set, but I was actually taking this set off of the next exercise, where I found I wasn't getting as much out of it, which I'll probably explain when we get there. Yeah, it's a very different type of feel and set. Less power, more contraction. I would do it this way around that I'm doing it, because I still want to lift heavy, I still want to move load. Sometimes people get caught up on like compound movements, thinking about feel all the time. If you're in a machine like this and you're lifting heavy, your chest has got to work, you can't avoid it. So heavy work first, and then a little bit more thought on that tempo. That's that exercise done. So as I said, on that one with an added working set, what I've changed here is I found that this one, I was starting to lift heavier and heavier, which is great. I was just feeling at my shoulders like it was just grinding them to pieces. So I've got an extra working set there, and then instead of progressively heavier here, I'm just doing 3 straight sets, still to failure, but on a lighter weight relatively to what I can do. Better control, better feel, and a hell of a lot better on my shoulders. So, you know, for me, although I have just said, you know, you'll still work your chest no matter what, if it feels like it's destroying your joints, maybe adjust. And this is the thing, I think when you get to the level and the number of years I've been training, and the feel and the connection you have with your own body, you can start listening to it a lot more and adjusting things. Sometimes even session to session, the movements will stay the same, but more and more I'm finding I might tweak or try different things to see what feels best. And at the minute, this change feels the best. That's chest finished. Do 4 exercises. Pec deck. Really get the chest full of blood, get it warmed up. Also, it's the perfect time to work a really tight contraction. Then incline, which is my heavier movement. Then the decline. Again, different angle, slightly different set type, and then finishing off with seated cable flies, locked in, braced, everything I can on it. Higher reps with the drops on the last set, plenty of blood, complete fatigue. Now we're going to go into a triceps. So triceps and delts, but not too much of it. Triceps is a superset. So it's again, I think this is the third change to this session. Whereas I was doing like a top, a back off and a drop, I'm now doing a superset. I really like supersets for arms. I do feel they've helped my arms. I do want about 12 more inches on each arm, but you know, we can dream. So superset, normal cable extensions, overhead cable extensions, 3 sets there, and then single arm cable laterals to finish. Like I said, the priority is chest. That has been worked well. I'm happy with the progression in the session. Marginal gains, but you know, every little bit helps, as a famous supermarket once said. So let's hit triceps, get a little bit of the blood in there, and finish the session off. So session done, very good session. We continue on a fantastic run of training since prep starts. I don't plan on breaking stride anytime soon. So finished off with some high volume delts as we started with, and some really good chest work in there. You know, I'll always sort of feel like push needs to be a priority, because I know if I can have a bigger, fuller chest on stage, it adds a lot to my physique. So hopefully we'll be seeing that in 16 weeks time. But we're not done yet, you lucky buggers, or unlucky maybe. We're going to do a bit of posing, reluctantly. I'm still at the point, as I said earlier, where posing needs a lot of work, so I'm working on it. But physique wise, you know, the reason I don't pose in my off season is because I really don't like the way I look in my own mind, and because of that I just don't do it. You know, I don't want to put myself through it. I focus much more on progression in training, scale weight, things like that, rather than visuals. So we do need to start taking closer account of the visuals. So we'll do some posing, see how it looks, and then it's home to eat and rest and do it all again tomorrow. So session done, and we are homeward bound. Fantastic push session. Training is really flying right now. I'm in such a nice groove. You know, for those who have prepped before, you're coming from peak off-season body weight. Every pound you lose, you know about it in a really positive way, and it's exciting for me. Like, I know what's to come. You know, over the next 8 to 12 weeks, I'm just going to feel fitter and better and more productive. I know I spoke a lot during my off season about feeling so lethargic, minimal productivity. Already that is coming back into play. You know, these are all necessary evils that we have to go through to try and become the best physical version of ourselves on stage. But again, all these things that I have experienced, and I'm kind of reminding myself how good you should feel and you can feel, all these things just confirm my decision that this will be my last year, because I can't put myself through it anymore. I am very much done with that phase. Like, you know, a lot of guys since have been like, oh, it's a shame you're stopping competing, and you know, I'll only compete if I know I've given everything to the process. And for me, there's no point stepping on stage when I know, you know, I haven't put a proper off season in, because I don't want to feel like that. So that's, you know, one of the many reasons I've highlighted over the weeks of stopping. But no, here and now, feeling great. You know, we're hitting British summertime, sun is shining, I've got more energy. Did a bit of gardening on the weekend, first bit of gardening I've ever done in my life, so see how those plants fare over the coming weeks. But no, like I said, life is really good right now, thoroughly enjoying it, so excited to be on prep. Surprisingly so. I thought I might hit prep and kind of be wishing time away because it's my last one and just want it to be done, but I'm not at all. I'm really embracing it and kind of enjoying and loving every day. And I know that's going to change, I know it's going to get harder, but again, I'll embrace that challenge, embrace that process as it comes and goes. So yeah, all in all, I'm in a very good place, bringing my best, and yeah, many more good sessions to come, taking you every step of the way. So thank you for staying with me. Please, comments are always welcome, and questions, and things you guys want to see or know more about. More than happy to try my best to answer and to kind of film what needs to be filmed. But yeah, for now, that's it from me. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your mates. Tell your mum. I'm sure she'll love to see a 6'6" bodybuilder getting in shape. So peace and love. See you guys soon.